Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is of a 1990 film that some of you millennials have never heard of. It's got Alec Baldwin, yes, it's him, and the always lovely Jennifer Jason Leigh, and the late, great Fred Ward. So rest in peace, Fred Ward. Miami Blues, yeah. Never heard of this movie. It's R rating, so this is not meant for kids. So look away, little Sims, because this is not meant for you. It's 96 minutes, so I'm going to see this now. It's been a while. I haven't seen this movie in a couple years, so if my memory's fuzzy, it's because I don't remember. Come on, play it. Stupid machine. They really shouldn't have put the play button with the volume button. That was a mistake for this DVD player. This is Orion. Remember, they did the RoboCop movies before they went out of business. You could tell this is an early 90s movie. A film by George Armitage. Fred Ward, yeah. Rest in peace again, man. Gonna miss him. Alec Baldwin and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Miami Blues. Why this? Because I wanted to see it again, so. Nora Dunn, I know her. Charles Napier, another actor, rest in peace as well. Oba Babaton, I think I've heard of him too, yeah. Jose Perez, Gary Clark, and Paul Gleason, another actor that's no longer with us. A lot of dead actors in this movie, except for the two leads. They're still around. Jennifer Jason Leigh, the last thing I saw her in was that Tarantino movie, Hateful Eight, but it was way too long. Tarantino, please stop making your movies 3 hours. I only have so much time to give cinema. This movie's only 96 minutes, and it was before Tarantino was a thing. So, yeah, Taj Fujimoto was the director of photography, so you know it's going to look good. Yeah, based on a novel by Charles Willeford. I'll just mute the song. I don't really care about the song. Fred Ward also produced this movie. Update available? No, I can't do that right now. I gotta wait till the movie's over, then I'll update. Because if I update now, the movie's gonna the movie it's gonna get delayed. I don't want to do that. Is it over? Okay, good. There's the Blue Skies, and there's Alec Baldwin. Yes, I know what he did. It was an accident, guys. I'm not going to make any jokes about that because it was a serious case. He looks like he's 20 in this movie, yeah, because it's a good actor. I've liked his stuff. Hunt for the Red October, the Mission Impossible sequels, 5 and 6. He's a good actor. Yes, he's done some crap like Cat in the Hat and all that, and Pluto Nash, but it was a cameo, so can't really blame him for that. And this is when women could have short hair in the 90s and it looked sexy. Now they look like a faux lesbian. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that song in the beginning of the movie because like I'm like, yeah, I don't really care for the lyrics too much. Nope. It's an Eastern Airlines. I never even heard of that. Okay. I don't like the ending of this movie though. It's another downbeat ending. Yeah, this guy is a freaking what was it called? Not Sinead O'Connor. What is this thing called? Harry Krishnas? Yeah. hmm Again, nobody wants to get off an airplane and hear any of your affiliations. Leave that shit to yourself. I mean, this was the '90s. It's a parody of those Harry Krishna assholes that were bald and like to bother people. He's in Miami, Florida. I haven't been there since I was 16, so get it because he's a Hispanic guy. This does look like an early '90s movie, like Die Hard 2. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, he's wearing dentures. Yeah, that's why I want to brush my teeth every day. And Baldwin's basically like an anti-hero in this movie. He's not really a good guy because he does. There she is. She's cute. She has a southern accent in this movie, which she doesn't have. She's cute. Yeah, because she kind of had the same accent in Tarantino's Hateful Eight. So sexy woman. She's like the early '90s girls that I liked. Like well, Rachel Lee Cook is cute. Jennifer Aniston. Penelope Ann Miller. Uh, Cute. You're so cute. I thought it was Kelly Preston. It's not her. They have the same haircut because again, early '90s. Look at their hair. See, nobody has hair like that now in 2022 unless they're a full lesbian or a non-binary. Again, kiss my ass for that. That doesn't exist. It's not a real gender. You're one of two genders. That's it. There is no third gender. It's bullshit. Yes, they do show a lot of Jennifer in this movie. A lot. She's also done voice acting. She did the Hey Arnold movie. So, really sexy woman. Even to this day, she's just a knockout. Or Bridget Fonda was another one. Yeah. Man, Baldwin was chiseled back then in 1990. I was 5, so I couldn't see this movie until I was an adult because I wasn't allowed to watch R-rated movies until I was way older. I don't know why the neighbors are making noise outside. Come on, get out of here. Stupid neighbors. They always have to go near my window. I hate that shit. I hate it because they're making noise outside my window and I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm doing it. I don't care how long it takes. Even if the chat is dead, I don't. Nobody heard of this movie because millennials only show up to movies that they've heard of. Like when I did Infinity War, there was a lot of people here. When I did Joker and when I did uh, Jurassic Park, but with this movie, no one's heard of this movie. I can see why my dog always barks outside when she hears these stupid people in the window. I don't know why, because we have to throw the garbage out. So what? Come on, get your crotch out of my window. Sometimes I wish I just to get these people away from my window. At least when I move out of this room next year, I won't have to see these people on my, especially on my window, because I'm going to be way higher. Not that you see people like that on my near my window again. So there's her titties, her real titties, by the way. Wow. Mm. Those are really Jennifer Jason Leigh's gorgeous tits and her ass. So see, it doesn't need to be a porn to be that way, Josh. Because if Karen Gillian is comfortable in her own skin, let her show it. What? Who's going to complain about it? A bunch of feminists? Who cares? The human body was not meant to be covered in on film when it's an R-rated movie. It has white panties on. Yeah, me neither. I don't know why my father likes to talk to the neighbors. I don't, because they make a lot of noise. How dare they try to talk to, socialize when they make so much noise every year? Can't wait till the weather gets cold so these people can't be outside. Mm. Yeah, Fred Ward, yeah, this is one of his early roles, like when he did Tremors, the first Tremors. I miss these two actors a lot. I know, Dolly, I know. I could hear those people too. I don't know why there's people outside our window. People need to really stop walking back by my room. I always remember Charles Napier for Ernest Goes to Jail. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit quiet, but the chat's pretty quiet today. There's no one in the chat. But again, I expected that with 2022. They don't know. They never heard of this movie. If they never heard of it, I'm going to probably have a small group of people watching it. If not, they're like, I've never heard of this movie. I could move on. Well, I recommend this movie. They have it on 2B, so you could stream it. Good shot. Like the movie shot really well. You look clown. Hmm. Not a sex scene is not gratuitous if it's between two consenting adults. Yeah, I don't like insignias. Yeah, I don't like it. There's too many crosses in this movie, and this is not a religious movie. It's so not. It's a crime thriller, not a religious movie. So just not a fan. Unless it's a vampire movie, I don't want to see those insignias next year. I'm tired of it. I'd rather walk around New York City with a blindfold or sitting with a blindfold. Just saying, guys, it helps a lot. At least my eye's not red anymore. Yeah, yesterday it was really red. There's a lot of dust in here. Yeah, it's weird how this that I thought he was going to rob that woman, but I'm like, no, he already robbed the guy. Because he's not a good person. There's a lot of black and Hispanic people here because well, it is Miami. There's that's mostly the target audience. The demographic there is black and Hispanic. A bunch of minorities. There's some white people too because I went there. So in 2001, oh, here's somebody. I saw The Many Saints of Newark 10 times, and it's one of my favorite films of last year. Well, I heard it wasn't that great. That's the prequel to The Sopranos, right? Yeah, I heard it was mixed. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I hate Mondays. I just because there's always noise outside. There's always people outside, and they take the garbage, and my sister has to work all day. Brazilian, but there's no Brazilians in this movie. It's Miami. Oh yeah, he's doing Tony Montana. Yeah, that accent is so stupid. Yeah, now I have three people watching. Why does everybody like doing a Tony Montana impression? That's not the original Scarface, right? The original what was from the 1930s. The one from 1983 is not the original. It's a remake. That was funny. That impression was funny. Pacino was actually doing I think Godfather Part 3 at this time. Because I don't celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I saw Encanto and I was done after that. I was like, that movie was just okay. It's a bit overrated because that movie was, like, oh my God, look at this amazing animation. Yes, the animation in that movie was really good, but Luca was better, in my opinion. CIA Director Anderson was played by Al Sapenza in Triple X3. Oh, I didn't care for that. Return to Xander Cage. It was like a Fast and the Furious movie, but way more overstuffed. And the movie was under 2 hours. It needed to be shorter, and it needed less characters. You had Tony Jaa and Donnie Yen and some Indian chick, and you had Ruby Rose, and it was too much. It was way too many characters in that movie. Shit happened. It's a nice calm movie. It's not as crazy as some of the early '90s action films or crime thrillers, and it's not as overly violent as a Tarantino movie like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. It's a little bit more calm than that. It's just people being people, even though he is like Robin Hood. He steals from people. She's so cute, man. I would love to say that at Comic Con. I want to meet women there. I'm going to meet Rachel Lee Cook there, and I want to see. I want to see her. She's going to sign one of my video games that she did a voice for. Yeah, I know. I know. That's a problem in Florida or California or like New Mexico or something like that. Ah, what do you mean? That's ice. It's not ice cream. Who eats ice cream in the middle of the day? I don't know. I usually like eating ice cream at night because that's when, or if it's a hot day, I usually eat it. Yeah. Hmm. She's cute. Very cute. I get why Josh is into white girls. I'm like they're petite and their skin is fair and they're very very cute. Wait, no, let me not put end stream. I'm not ending the stream yet. I got another hour to go. And Bowen has the most intense eyes of all the Bowens, and I like him. Steven is the worst. Like he can't even act. His best role was in the Flintstones prequel, and I hate that movie with a passion because you have a Bento playing Fred Flintstone and other actors that are miscast. Only him and Jane Krakowski were trying. Everybody else was just like there. Here we go. Hey Milo, so you finally made it. We're 24 minutes into Miami Blues. It's a very underrated, overlooked film from 1990 that I'm glad I bought on DVD. I think last year in 2020. Yeah, because again, they look like they're enjoying themselves, literally. Cute, cute young girl. I still prefer women with longer hair, though. Just because that look like women. I mean, she still looks like a woman, but I'm saying nowadays that haircut looks like a lesbian. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I should have that hair. Yeah, they do have that hair, and I'm like, if only a guy looks good with a haircut like that, but a woman nowadays, no. I want a lot of hair, or short hair that's curly and frizzy, because I like women, not non-binaries. When they look like this, that they have my hair, yeah, it looks ridiculous. I like running my fingers through a girl's hair and petting it like I pet my puppy. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Because with Disney Plus, like they don't have a movie like this. They can't even show nudity on Disney Plus mostly, except the movies that they put on Disney Plus, like the Deadpool movies. But most of the movies that have nudity that were PG, like Splash, they censor it. I don't know why you would do that on a streaming service when DVD and Blu-ray does that. That doesn't do something like that. Wow, puts a gun inside of a freezer. That's weird. Mm. Did you see Sonic Frontiers trailer? No, I haven't. Hmm. Yeah, Harry Crishers don't exist anymore. Sonic Prime is coming out on Netflix in December. I can't wait to see that because I really love Sonic 2, the movie this year. Hmm. Beautiful girl. Ugh, those teeth. Ugh. That's why I brush my teeth. I don't want to lose my teeth. Ugh. Taters. That food does look good. These are good actors. I missed that. Expendable 4 will happen, but I thought it would be good. Yeah, the last one sucked. And it's been too late. You know, Arnold and Stallone are already old. Just let it go. The first one was already, that peak of their careers. Then the second one, I'm like, yeah, it was still good, but you could tell it was running out of gas. And the third one was a head-on collision. She's cute. It's a button. Yeah. No. I really enjoyed Men, Women, and Children with Adam Sandler. Well, I have never heard of it. So, aficionados. Yeah, we're 34 minutes in now. Time for more sex scenes. Yeah. Ugh. What do you think of Obi-Wan Kenobi show? It's the best show of 2022. on Disney Plus by far because it gave me what I wanted, and I had to wait so long for it too. Oh, he's in a speedo. Biscuits. There's a nice, another good shot in the movie. Mm. Uh oh. We're glad you're in Miami. Well, I'm glad I'm not there right now. It'd be really hot because summer's over in 3 days. Blackjack. Those, those teeth. Ugh. He left him some money. See, he's not a complete bad guy, but he's more like an anti-hero. Hmm. So Coca-Cola, there's some product placement in the movie as well. He stole his badge. I'm glad the movie's short. Like, because if this was a Tarantino movie, we would only be in the first act. We're almost an hour in. We're at the 39 minutes in. Hmm. I got to stop biting my fingernails because at Comic Con I want to have fingernails to not chew. I'll just trim them a little bit, because I want to meet some people. I haven't gone to a convention in 3 years. It's been so long. I did a Comic Con at home in 2020, and then last year I missed it. So this year I'm going full swing. Hmm. Nora Dunn. Yeah, I seen her. She was in Max Keeble and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. 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 I could meet this part. Spanish guy just walking around. No, she's not. Rogue One scarred me. Yeah. It's not 15. No, there would never be pedophilia in a movie like this. Yeah, because the thing is that there wouldn't be a movie like that. No, not in the 90s. No. Mm-mm. Even on our rating, you could only go so far. If there's a minor involved, they have to be like a hostage or something. Because it's like when Natalie Portman did Leon the Professional. The movie's so dark, and they couldn't harm a hair on her head. She was like 12 when she did that. She was a little girl. So yeah. And a movie like this would not be made today. Why? Because everybody's so sensitive about the human body. I'm like, it exists, guys. Of course, you can't show it on YouTube because YouTube doesn't, social media doesn't accept. They don't accept nudity. I get that, but in a film, anything goes, especially when it's R rated. Watch Don't Worry, Darling is going to have a ton of nudity and a bunch of gratuitous sex scenes that that nobody cares about. I don't need to see Florence naked. I don't like her with clothes on. So yeah, move this over here. There we go. Much better. The movie's almost halfway done. So for rent, worth. It's worth. Please. Yeah, you can say please. Hmm. Yeah, he got a place. Yeah, because he couldn't stay in a hotel the whole movie. That's why I'm not seeing Andor because I don't like that character casting. Prequels of Star Wars are now liked, but back then they were hated. Yeah, because they thought they were like inferior to the originals, and even though they're not better than the originals, they're still better than the sequel trilogy. Those movies were just bad remakes with worse cast members, and Rogue One and Solo were just not necessary. They were backstories of things I didn't need to know, like Han Solo and the Death Star. I didn't need to know that. You don't know what you want. I want to be in a nice house with a nice girl. That would be everything. I don't need billions of dollars like Disney where they don't know what to do with it. They're just remaking the same movies all the time. I was fine with Pinocchio, but I don't need Little Mermaid. I don't need Snow White again. I don't need Bambi or Hercules or whatever. I don't need a do over. They were fine when they first came out. I never understood that. A white picket fence. I don't even live near a white picket fence. I have a fence, but it's white, but it's made of metal. It's not even made of wood, and it's outside in the backyard. It's not in the front. Venom is going to be in Spider-Man 4. I know, probably, but they're not going to make him a cartoon. They got to reduce his silliness and just give him the spider symbol, and that's all we need. Him stealing Peter's spider symbol. Hmm. Yeah, she's sweet. Hmm. Healed because I hurt my elbow yesterday. I was throwing out the garbage and the door hit me, and I scraped my arm on the freaking brick wall. Wolverine wearing classic yellow costume better happen in the MCU. That's what I'm hoping for. They can't tease it anymore. Now that we have the multiverse, we can do anything. It should have happened at least 16 years ago. Yeah, should have happened in like X-Men 2 or in Days of Future Past. No more Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I need the classic Wolverine with the mask and the colors. Wolverine will probably wear orange and yellow. Exactly, like in the cartoon. Why was that so hard? I want to see the Wolverine from the comics. No more excuses. We had multiverse where we had Mr. Fantastic with the costume, and it was dark blue and played by John Krasinski, even though it was a cameo. But trust me, it was a dream come true. It got one of the biggest ovations in the movie because I'm like nobody saw it coming, and he was better than any of those other Illuminati members. Bootleg Captain Marvel and Captain Britain and all that. Yeah, bleh. They were a joke, except for Xavier, of course, because Patrick Stewart is Xavier. They were robbing a thrift store. What do you think of John Bernthal? He did well. John Bernthal, it was a good Punisher. Well, I haven't seen hit the Punisher show. I need to though. Get him. He's basically an anti-hero because he is stopping criminals, but he's a criminal himself. So he's basically like a Robin Hood. I would never steal somebody's purse or even their wallet. I'm like, no. If I find it and it doesn't have an ID in it, I take it because if I find it, I found like two wallets in the last decade, and they didn't have an ID. One of them was a miner's, and I'm like, yeah, and he left a. It was some Jewish kid that just left a wall, not an empty wallet, but he left it on the floor. I'm like, put the wallets in your pants. It's not that hard. I don't understand why people can't just keep their wallets in their pants or have an e-wallet, like an electronic one. You know, it was years ago, by the way. This wasn't like recent. I even found somebody had like threw a wallet in the park, and it had like a gift card for Target and some cash, some coins, and a Metro card. Tell you, in New York City, people lose their stuff real quickly. You don't even have to steal; they just drop money on the floor. Me too. Hmm. I do. Yeah, he has some crazy eyes. No wonder he did what he did. But again, it was an accident. That's why if Baldwin ever does another movie, don't give him a gun, guys. Especially a loaded gun. Even if it's a prop gun, don't do it. Just don't let him use a gun again, please. Yeah, I'm not going to make any jokes about it, but still, certain people shouldn't use props in a set if they don't know what they're doing. Look what happened to Brandon Lee and Bruce Lee. Cotton candy. New York has a lot of garbage thrown on the street. People think that they could just throw everywhere. No, they throw things that are valuable away. I mean, I found video games, movies, and money on the floor in New York City. On the floor. And they didn't even care. I found a $10 bill, a $20 bill, $5 bill, a bunch of quarters. Yeah, people just don't care here. They literally piss money away. Not me. I keep every little bit helps. Months. I agree. So it's the old folks' home. That was before. That's where my grandmother was before she passed away this year. I miss her already, man. It's been a week since she passed, and but she's not hurt. She's not hurting anymore. I heard people in New York are rude. Yeah, they're kind of assholes. They don't. I mean, I just saw that outside my window a few like an hour ago, and people are just loud for no reason. They're loud and they don't care about their fellow man. They're always making noise and pushing, running into you. No more poets. There's Paul Gleason. He comes late into the film, almost an hour in. Hmm. W. What do you mean W? Hmm. There are some crooked cops up there. We're almost done. We got about 30 some minutes left. Even the old people are cool in this movie, and most of these actors were old at the time, except for Jennifer and Alec Baldwin. They were in their youth in 1990. Ward was like middle age in 1990. Yeah, I'm so happy we still have senior citizens in this world because they have so much experience and they lived through it all. You know, I heard nobody wants wants nobody. You heard nobody wants to cast the hobo. No, because she's poison. She was in the bubble, and I'm like, I refuse to watch that movie because she's in it. I'm like, no, I don't want to look at her face. Her face haunts my dreams, and I don't want that to happen again. Hmm. Now we're in the third act. He gelled up his hair, to look different because he had like the frizzy hair like most of the movie, and she was zombie and chaos walking. Yeah, I didn't see it. I did not see it. I refused to see that movie. I was like, no. I saw in the trailer and I was cringing because I'm like, her and Tom Holland have no chemistry together. They're running away. Cowards. Cowards. No. Jeez, that must hurt. Again, don't give Alec Baldwin a gun again, please. Especially in real life. That this was just a handgun. It was a prop gun from the '90s that they it was not really it's not real. But again, now you can't because he's older now and he can't hold a gun anymore. So don't give it to him. It's like giving the whole show. Oh no, she's not playing Spider Woman. Olivia Wilde is not going to let that happen. I said show it. There we go. There we go. I don't want to see her act again. I just don't. She robbed me of something precious in 2015, and I never forgave her for that because of what she did. I couldn't sleep for days thanks to her. Years. Oof. The Stranger Ranger. Like Grand Theft Auto. And see, there's movies that are not meant for kids. That's why Little Sims didn't see this review. I mean, this live commentary because it's not a movie meant for him. He's under 18. Shouldn't be watching movies like this until he's at least 17 or 18 with an adult. Hey, what a nice rewatch of this movie. Yeah, I already reviewed this movie years ago. So is that a Miami Heat jersey? It is. It looks like one. Like I know. Damn. I'm 17, but my birthday is in January, so I'm probably still a kid. No, but you're not. You're not 14. Little Sims is like under 18. He's under 16, which is they should not even be on YouTube without an adult because then they do weird things that they shouldn't be doing at that age. They're 14 and they think they're 20 and they're not. So, and with him, it's always a Q and A, and I'm like, this is not a Q and A. This is a live commentary. A Q and A that's for next year, not this year. Ooh, man, he's busted open. Yeah, see, there's blood in this movie. It's not a kids' movie. Movies like this again would never be made today because people are so overly sensitive with everything. Why do you think The Northman didn't make $1 billion? Because it's so violent and dark, and people don't know that that exists still. Clerks 3 is just a comedy. It's not super violent. Yeah, he got busted open. Yeah, that happens in an R-rated movie, people. It's not meant for children. When they say restricted for anybody under 17, they mean it. It doesn't mean, oh, bring your 5-year-olds. No. No, no, no. Even the Batman was PG-13 and it was really strong. Who do you think is the worst actress? Because I really can't tell. You know who I mean. Oh my god. You need stitches. It's almost done. Ooh, that looks painful. Trust me, I've seen blood. I've seen enough blood to to know that it doesn't affect me. It doesn't like scare me away because I donate it every week, every year. Hmm. Not from a cut on the eyebrow, no. If he had like cut his neck or something or his arm, ooh, yeah, because alcohol could ease the pain. Look, she's drinking it too. Yeah. Well, for pain, you can put alcohol on a thing. I did it on my arm and it healed my arm. This old lady, see, they know what they're doing. They're not useless in this movie. Ooh, this is part. Yeah, I don't like needles near my face. Mm-mm. On my arm, I can handle it. I'm gonna get a flu shot in a few weeks. Ooh, I got stitches in my head, but not in my face. Ooh. It's hard to watch. Yeah, that's this scene is the most cringeworthy scene in the movie for a not cringeworthy in the thing in the sense of pain, not something that's not funny. The movie's almost over, guys. No, 17 is young, but is still more adult than somebody that's 14 or 15. It's too young. Because there were people that wanted to take their kids to see the Batman. I'm like, oh God, no, no. Unless your kid is 12 or 13, they should not be seeing a movie like that. I saw it and it scared the hell out of me. It's a PG-13 movie, and The Dark Knight never scared me. This movie scared the hell out of me. The Riddler himself was just so unsettling and unnerving and surreal. Oof. Yeah, he stopped it, but he got injured in the process. Yeah, this movie's dark. It has some humor in it, but it's not a cartoon. And it's like I said, the tone of this movie would never be made today. Never. Because now a lot of R-rated movies play it too safe. They're either super predictable, disgusting, or they're overly violent for no reason and they have CGI blood. No, CGI blood is not cringe. It just looks bad. This has practical blood. There's no CGI at all in this movie. Not at all. There's no blue screen or green screen at all. It's all done in the real world. I was used to seeing PG-13 movies when I was at a young age. I saw Batman '89 when I was like 5. So, but I would not if I was 5 and I saw the Batman. Forget it. I'd be scarred for life because that movie was so dark, man. That skirt is cute. Looks like when this is done, I'm gonna update my computer and I'll be back on later because I have to give it a little rest. Yeah, leave that for now. Yeah, Florida. I haven't been to Florida in over almost 20 years. Well, over 20 years. So I have to go back next year once the dust is cleared on my life. Ruffles. There. This is a supermarket scene. There's going to be product placement. You have Cheer. You have Wise potato chips. You have Daddy. Would you like some sausages? Like some sausage. Oh, I love free samples when there's food that I can eat that I like. You're so cute. I wish I could meet her. I hope she goes to a Comic Con real soon. Not this year, but next year possibly. Yeah, and in real life, he did manslaughter by accident. But you know, accidents happen, man. That's why I don't play with weapons. I never play with knives, guns, or anything like that. Even a lawnmower can kill somebody. British actors have no place in superhero movies except Tom Holland, Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, most of them just take our roles, and we don't need it. Robert was lucky; he was a good Batman, but other than that, like I don't need them in everything. I don't need them in the Disney Plus shows or DC shows on the CW. I don't need it. It's too much. It's oversaturation. This movie doesn't have one Binto in it, not one. Mhm. Two. And Jennifer Jason Leigh did a lot of dark movies in her career because even Hateful Eight is extremely dark. Like she poisons uh, Kurt Russell and he vomits in the most over the top way, which is weird because he goes, "Bleh!" And I was laughing, and it's not a comedy; it's super dark. Coin collection. You saw that American flag has a round circle. I guess that's the original 13 colonies because we didn't have 50 stars on the flag at first. With that pie. Yeah, that was an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half ago. Tom Hardy was doing drugs in the past. Yeah, I know I could tell because I don't know what that is. That's not funny. That's just cringe. Like, there you are, Josh. You made it to the third act of the movie. Well, I'm seeing this. I got about 10 minutes left or 15 minutes. And yeah, a tour de force thriller crackling with intensity. Yeah, I agree with that. Because this movie would not be made today. If Karen did a movie like this and she did a southern accent, edgy, dazzling, irreverent, as much as excitement as imaginable. Yeah, I agree with that too. This movie deserved like some special features. It says special features now. A trailer. That's not a special feature. It should get a Blu-ray. It's underrated. It bombed at the box office because it came out right after The Hunt for Red October, and Alec Baldwin was not a villain in that movie. I guess people didn't want to see him as a villain. If it was one of his brothers, Daniel, William, or Stephen, then yeah, they would buy him as a villain. And they were pretty busy doing other films at that time too, in the '90s. I think if they did the movie today, it would be entertaining. With Karen doing a southern accent, I heard, so it's not like bad. Pretty overlooked '90s film. Yeah, it is an overlooked one, and it's not as light as like Home Alone or Ninja Turtles or something like that, or even the Die Hard 2. Yeah, it's about like that tone, except that movie's more comedic and longer. Just I wouldn't want Karen to have hair like this. So no, she has to keep her long red hair, not cut it short. Because she had to shave her head 4 times, 4 or 5 times for the Guardians films and for Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, and of course that Thor sequel. But yeah, well, that was barely a cameo, you know? It's almost done. Yeah, the ending, I don't like the ending of this movie. It's too downbeat. And the movie's almost over. Thankfully, you made it before the ending. Because this movie started, I started it at like 11:20 something. Just let her use her natural hair with curly hair or portray it with long curls if you have to. Yeah, no lesbian haircuts because these haircuts are not good on the woman today. I mean, Captain Marvel when she had that in an Endgame, they decided no, we can't let her look like that in the next movie. So in Shang Chi, she had her hair again, women with longer hair. Yeah, long hair, long flowing hair or frizzy hair, like a black girl. They have frizzy hair, or nappy hair, which I love. Her accent sounds like this girl in Maximum Overdrive. Wow, Pedro. Yeah, I'm not going to see Andor. So if anyone asked in the chat, no, thank you. I refuse to watch it because I didn't like that character in Rogue One. I don't like the actor either. Man, she cut his fingers off. See why this movie would not be made today? You're not going to have that in a movie now in 2022 because people are so sensitive over everything race, gender, uh, you know, uh, freaking violence and gay stuff. Yeah, they're overly sensitive. So you can't like do something that's this violent. With Baldwin, after I stole the badge, I would have just stopped because he doesn't know when to stop. That's the reason why he gets his at the end. Oh, those fingers. Yeah, this movie does have some cringe, scenes. Mainly the scene with the sewing his eye and then that those fingers. Man, he's messed up. Because even if he got caught and got arrested at the end of this movie, he would be in jail for life for impersonating an officer and all this murder he did. Karen, just like other actors, is capable of doing anything. I'm not sensitive over violence and all this stuff. People just have to accept it. Yeah, it's not a real movie. The documentary, the documentaries, those are real. What happens in a documentary, 90% of the time, is real. If you've seen Super Size Me, that is not scripted. That is a very, very real movie. I saw it several times. It is not a kids movie either. What happens to that guy's body for eating McDonald's every day? Yeah, it's torturous. Yeah, Little Sims, you made it, but it's too little, too late. The movie's almost over, so you made it too late. And plus, this wasn't a movie meant for you. It's super violent. So, Eagle. Yeah, I would have just given up, Alec Bowen, and just turned myself in. You're not supposed to take pills with booze. Can't you get a bottle of water? Does anyone drink water in this movie? It's just mainly booze, gin and vodka. Is this movie better than Morbius? Of course it is. It's an R rating. This movie takes way more chances. It's got way more blood than it too. Go into shock from cutting your fingers off. In Peacemaker, this guy lost a toe and nothing happened to him. He was doing this. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, I hope that character gets killed in the next season. Yep, this is the downbeat ending. But Baldwin is not a good guy in this movie. He's mainly the villain. He's dressed like the Joker here for some reason. It's a downbeat ending. At least Jennifer Jason Leigh doesn't die. What is his worst role? One of them is in the Cat in the Hat because he's there and he has like a fat belly and he just it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna say that movie where he killed the person by accident. I'm not gonna say that because I haven't seen it. I don't even think the movie came out yet because of that accident. And he didn't even kill an actor. He killed like a cinematographer or something. I'm like, who kills a cinematographer? That makes no sense. It's like killing a freaking second unit director. I'm like, yeah. But so when you have a gun, you don't know what's going to happen. That's why I don't play with those things. They're not toys. Those teeth. Joker smile. Because if this movie was overly long, like a Tarantino movie, I wouldn't want to see it again. How come you changed your username? I had to. It was twice. I'm still the same channel. I'm gonna change my profile pic soon. In October, I'm gonna change my profile pic when I go to Comic Con. I'm gonna just take a picture of my Flash costume, and that'll be my new profile pic. Because it's time to move on. That picture was from 2019, so it's time to move on. I'll keep that profile pic on my Facebook and my blood my donor portal and other things as well. Hmm. You're so cute, Jennifer. You're so cute. Had because he's dead. No, never, because that would be a different movie. That'd be like Harley Quinn and the Joker. That's my initials, JR. Morbius is not a kids movie. No, but it's tame. It's watered down. They're holding back, and you can tell. Look at Blade. Go watch Blade. That movie was not made for kids, and it has a lot of blood. When they bite people, the blood is just gushing out. That's what it's supposed to be. They're vampires, not freaking fairies. They take a bite out of somebody and the blood flows. That's kind of their thing. The reason they didn't do that back in the day with Dracula is because it was, a black and white movie. But in color, show the blood. Don't cut away from it. Or he scratches people like this, and then there's no blood, so it's watered down. Well, the movie's over, guys. So if you haven't seen this movie, if you're over the age of 17, you can watch it. You can stream it on Tubi for free. So it's worth it. It's a downbeat ending, but at least Jennifer doesn't die. Or Fred Ward, because he just recently passed away. So, and that's Miami Blues. Thoughts on Jennifer Lopez? Not a fan, really. Spider-Man had comic arcs where they were dark enough for kids. Yeah, Kraven the Hunter. Yeah. Well, that was the movie, so that's it. And done. It's a good movie. I think it's underrated. It deserves more attention. I'm going to probably rate it on Letterboxd because it's been overlooked so long. And there's movies that don't get made like this anymore. So thanks, guys, for watching. Most of you were watching my podcast. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. End.